Hello YouTube, my name is Joseph. Welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Please don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing if you haven't already for more contents like these. In today's video, we'll be showcasing one of the Pokemon that came with the Darkness Ablaze set, Klinklang. Klinklang is a stage 2 Pokemon with 150 HP, and the only attack that really matters to us is Clockwork, which deals 200 damage. Pretty strong, right? Well, here's the catch. You have to have both its basic and stage 1 pre-evolutions, Klink and Klang, on your bench for this attack to be used. Even if just one of those two are missing, Klinklang is basically rendered useless. So we will need to take up 3 spaces on our bench and active spot to enable this setup for Klinklang. Both its pre-evolution has the attack Call for Backup, so Klink has that attack, and also Klang has Call for Backup attack. This could be useful for getting any of the other Klinklang evolution line into play. However, it's only able to get one metal Pokemon at a time, so it makes it that more difficult to set up really quickly in the beginning of the game. So to help with that, I've found that using Gossifleur is the best way to get 3 Klinks on the bench in the very beginning of your turn, because Gossifleur has the attack Call for Family, and you can search for up to 3 basic Pokemon. Doesn't matter what type it is. 3 basic Pokemon and put them on your bench right away. So I thought this was very helpful in getting 3 Klinks on the bench in the very beginning of your turn, or at least when you're able to attack. Sonia is also very useful in this deck since you can get 2 basic Pokemon right away. It's difficult to make Klinklang as a main character since it's very squishy. With 150 HP, almost any Pokemon is able to just one-hit KO this one. And so, keeping in mind all the VMAX running around, in the setup of this deck, we will be utilizing Galarian Stunfisk V to attack, and also if it is attacked and damaged, it will cause an extra 120 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So Galarian Stunfisk V will be there to soften our opponent, and then Klinklang will finish it off. We also have Zacian V. Zacian V can deal 230 damage with its Brave Blade, and also we can take advantage of its ability Intrepid Sword so that we can draw 3 cards when we need it. So this will be our 3 main attackers. We have Klinklang, we have Stunfisk V, and Zacian V. In this deck, I've included 1 copy of Dedenne-GX and 2 Jirachi for consistency. Dedenne has the ability DAA Change, which discards our hand, and then we can draw 6 new ones after we put it on the bench. And then Jirachi, with its Stellar Wish, we can get our trainer cards when we use this ability while it's in the active. So getting energies for our Klinklang is fairly simple. We have 3 Twin Energies. We can boost its energy requirement by 2 right away, and we have 12 Metal Energies. I also added 1 Weakness Guard here just in case we face off against fire decks. Another alternative is to include Bronzong with the Fireproof ability. That Bronzong actually makes it immune to fire type Pokemon, so if you include that in this deck, you can face off against fire type Pokemon easily. I also have 2 Energy Switch. We can use this one maybe after attaching energy on Zacian using Intrepid Sword, and then you can use Energy Switch to switch those energy to Klinklang. And we also have 2 Metal Saucers to attach energy from your discard pile onto your benched metal Pokemon. I also have 2 Evolution Incense, 1 Quick Ball, 2 Scoop Up Net. The reason for the 2 Scoop Up Net is to free up space on the bench when we need it. We have 2 Switch, 1 Viridian Forest, 3 Bird Keepers, 2 Boss's Orders. I included 1 Brock's Grit on this deck. This one is very important, I think, since we will continuously need the Klink, the Klang, the Klinklang lineup in play to keep the attack going. But of course, we can substitute the ordinary rod for this, but I prefer Brock. Continuing on, we have 2 Marnies, 1 Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. This one is pretty good since we have multiple Pokemon to evolve in the Klinklang lineup, especially early on in a match. Next, we have Skyla, 2 Sonias. We also have 2 Metal Goggles to decrease damage and to prevent any annoying damage counters being done to our Klinklangs, and 1 Vitality Band to increase attack. Creating a deck for Klinklang was a real challenge. I had to play so many games just so I can showcase what this card is able to do. It was so painful. In most games, it wasn't Klinklang that was attacking, it was mostly Zacian V or Stunfisk V. There were many times where most of the basic of Klinklang was prized, so there's no way I could possibly set up quick enough. There were also many times my opponent just quickly knocks out the Klinks since it only had 60 HP. I also tried other variations like using Lucario and Melmetal's GX to increase defense, but Klinklang would just get knocked out anyways. It's just, this Pokemon is just really squishy, very weak in terms of HP. But I did it. I was able to get an okay gameplay footage. I was able to build an okay deck to showcase Klinklang. I did it for you guys, so you don't have to. Let's take a look at some gameplay. Okay, so in this matchup, we're going to be starting off with Gossifleur as our active Pokemon that we can use its Call for Family to get all of our Klinks. It's good we have one in our bench already, and it seems like we're fighting against water type deck. They have Crobat V as their active right now, so that's good for us. Yeah, but okay, so our opponent is using Lapras V in this one. Oh, and they have Inteleon VMAX as well. So this one's a pretty formidable opponent, I guess, in terms of the type of Pokemon they're using. So this is definitely going to be a challenge for us. Since we don't have a Mew on this deck, we're going to have to watch out Inteleon's attack, where it will damage our bench Pokemon as well. So you just got to watch out for that. Right now he hasn't used any basic Inteleon. Alright, so I guess they have Zigzagoon in that deck too to do some damage counters. And they also have Suicune. If I had to guess, they might be using Frostmoth as well, but so far no we don't have any Snom or any Frostmoth right now. So okay, our opponent's gonna use a Quick Ball. They're gonna get another Galarian Zigzagoon. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, because maybe they think Gossifleur is gonna attach energy. But for us, we basically just want to use Gossifleur once, just to get all of the basic Klinks into our bench. Okay, so we got Zacian V on our top deck. Gonna put that on the bench, and we're just gonna evolve Klang. That way we have stage 1 on our bench already. And we're gonna use Sonia to get a Klink and a Dedenne, so we can get other trainers and or Pokemon on our hand. I'm just gonna set up Klang by attaching an energy. And I think we're just gonna do Call for Family so that we can just finish up setting up our bench with another Klink and Galarian Stunfisk V. So again, Stunfisk is gonna be our wall. So once we attach 2 energies to it, we're basically gonna attack, and if any of our opponent's Pokemon attack us, it'll basically give 120 damage counters, or 120 damage to the attacking Pokemon. That way, once we're all set up with Klinklang, we'll be able to knock out the Pokemon. Okay, but with their Lapras, they're gonna switch out to their Galarian Zigzagoon as they're active. So as of right now, I didn't use the Dedenne last time because I wanted to save the Scoop Up Net. Again, Scoop Up Net is good for freeing up space. That's why we're going to use that and remove Gossifleur from play. And that's pretty much it for Gossifleur. That's the use for Gossifleur. We're going to Dedenne change. We have Klinklang. Now we just need Klang, which is good. We have an Evolution Incense, and we're done. Basically setting up for Klinklang to be able to use the attack Clockwork. So we're good. Let's attach a Metal Goggles on Stunfisk to increase its defense. So while our opponent attacks it, it's not gonna get knocked out right away. So with Skyla, I think we're gonna go with Energy Switch and just give Klinklang's energy to Stunfisk for now, so that we can start attacking with the Tapping Bite. Okay, so we're all set. If any of our opponent's Pokemon attack Stunfisk, they're gonna get damaged 120. And that's basically the whole point of this deck. It's Stunfisk as our initial wall, and if our opponent attacks, then we're gonna send in Klinklang to finish the job. So even with VMAXs that has 320 HP or even more, because if that VMAX is on the active, Stunfisk will hit for 60, and then if they attack Stunfisk, then their damage will be 180. So if Klinklang attacks the next turn, even if they knock out our Stunfisk V, we'll be able to do a total of 380 damage. So let's just get our opponent's Lapras V into the active by using Boss's Order, and we're going to attack with Stunfisk V. And again, if they attack, they're going to get damage 120. Our opponent attacks us for 180, and now they have a total of 180 damage. We can basically just finish it off with Stunfisk V. Yeah, so we're gonna use our opponent's stadium to get us another basic energy card, and finishing it off with Stunfisk V's attack. We get 2 prize cards. We have 2 Bird Keepers now in our hand, which is really good for switching. Once we can now start showing Klinklang's attacks and how it basically works. But our opponent just has a Suicune right now without any energy, so their bench is full of Crobats and Zigzagoons, and I don't know if they have any other. Okay, well, they have Inteleon V now. I don't know if they have any other dark energies or something to make those other bench Pokemon useful, but they basically created a wall for themselves that they're not able to use any other Pokemon other than Inteleon and Suicune. Okay, so our opponent attacks. Stunfisk V does not receive any damage. It's probably one of the reasons why Suicune did not receive 120 damage. But Klinklang will just knock it out, dealing 200 damage. We have Klink and Klang on our bench. So we were able to use the Clockwork attack. Alright, so we can technically one-hit KO. Okay. Well, our opponent evolves it into Inteleon VMAX. But they don't have any energy, so the only damage we're gonna get from this if they attach a water energy, which they do, is 60. They use their Dedenne, they get 6 more cards in their hand. I'm not sure how they're gonna accelerate the energy on Inteleon, but yeah, unfortunately for our opponent, they filled out their bench with a lot of support Pokemon, so it's not looking good for them. They don't have any versatility as far as attackers. They only have one, which is Inteleon VMAX. Unless they have Scoop Up Net, they can scoop up those Zigzagoon, and that's the only option I see that we're able to do. Their Inteleon VMAX attacks with Hydro Snipe. They put an energy on our hand, but doesn't really matter. We'll just put it back. We're gonna hit for 200 damage, Clockwork. So that leaves our opponent with 120 HP. Again, if they attack with this Inteleon, all they're gonna be doing is another 60, so our Klinklang will survive any attack from Inteleon right now. Okay, well, our opponent switches with the Galarian Zigzagoon. I'm pretty sure they're gonna attach an energy on Inteleon VMAX, allowing it to survive one more turn. And even if we don't have any boss's order right now, so even if we knock out the Zigzagoon, we still have 3 prize cards to take. So we're gonna be taking only 1 prize card with knocking out this Galarian Zigzagoon. So we have to find out how to get that Inteleon VMAX to be active. Okay. Our opponent scoop up the Zigzagoon, and then not sure what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to use the ability of Zigzagoon on Stunfisk, but that's not gonna work because it has metal goggles that prevents any damage counters being done to our Stunfisk V. So we're just gonna use Sonya, and we're just gonna get our backup Klink and another Galarian Stunfisk V. We're just gonna, I think the best way to go about is just knocking out this Zigzagoon so we can get another prize card for it. Anyways, we have 1 Klink on our hand, so even if this Klinklang gets knocked out, we can definitely find a way to set up another Klinklang to evolve the Klang on our bench. There's so many Klinklang. So maybe you can put that in our comment. How many times did I say Kling and Klang in this video, guys? Klinklang. So it's like I'm making a lot of noise. Well, that's I guess that's what the point of it is, like the noise that metal makes. Klinklang. But anyways, our opponent's Inteleon VMAX will be able to knock out our active right now. Let me see if I can avoid saying Klinklang the rest of this video. But yeah, if their Inteleon VMAX attacks, that will knock out our active. So we just have to find a way to get another stage 2 and set up for another attack, because again we need both the basic and the stage 1 for the Clockwork attack to work. So let's just put another energy on Stunfisk V. We're gonna attack Vitality Band on Zacian V just in case, and we're gonna start energizing it. We're just gonna do a trapping bite on this Inteleon VMAX. So if they do attack our Stunfisk V, it's gonna deal 120. That should knock them out. But let's see what our opponent decides to do. Even if they knock out this Stunfisk V, they still have 5 prize cards to go. So, okay, they're gonna go for the Dedenne-GX. If they hit Stunfisk V for 60, yeah, they're gonna be taking 4 prize card. Wow. So that was a good one. That's good that they had the boss's order on their hand. So we don't have any other way to I mean, Inteleon VMAX has 60 HP left, so even if we don't evolve, we could just use this Klang to attack. It has enough energy. I think, yeah, that'll be game for us. That'll get us 3 prize card, and that'll win us the game. And that's the new Klinklang from the Darkness Ablaze set. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to press the like button. Also, consider subscribing for more contents like these. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.